backing down!
Here, let me have it. Stuff, but they're Radiant?
Pesky airborne scoundrel!
Sounds like a job for yours truly. May 1,000 games.
Hey, when did I get so popular?
Annihilation! Mega Red! Don't mind if I do.
Coming through! Ha! Now! Scarlet Inferno! I'm on it! The enemy wields ours too.
You'll soon see about that. Where are you going? I'm going to need to use all the power of my healing arts to accomplish this.
Can't get out of this! We got the advantage! Good. Now we just have to make sure we keep it. Don't worry, because Law's on it.
Far enough! Go! Radiant Pierce!
Hurricane!
Glacial Spear! Pierce Evil!
Hurricane Thrust!
Freeze Lancer!
Hurricane!
Cyan! I'm all stuffed up!
Not today!
If it's in the sky, it's mine! Enemies incoming!
Then we'll take them down!
Glacial Spear! Kikara! Go for it!
Prepare to crumble!
Radiant Fly!
Here
Here!
I come! Rising Wyvern!
Radiant Here! Searing Flare!
Take this!
Out of arrows!
You!
Watch and
Lunarongo!
Annihilation! Hear me! Flame of Fury! I don't feel like my usual self. Are you alright? Let me handle this one. So sorry to disappoint you. I can't hold on much longer! I need to pull Radiant here! Where are you going? Nice, Law!
Leave it all to Law!
Hey, I'm here too, you know. Here's a healing art! Now!
Your arts are really incredible.
It's thanks to you I can use them.
Then I promise I'll always be here.
You fight better at a distance. The further away, the better. You and I both. Glacial Spear. Pierce Evil. Seal. Freeze Lancer. There with you. Now. Redwell. Astral Energy. Full throttle. Flawless victory.
You picked the wrong fight!
Holy Land. Freeze Lancer. Let the marksman handle this. May 1,000 gales carry it. Annihilation. Mega Rail. I'm all stuffed up. Where are you going?
Dragon Swarm!
Don't mind if I do. Handle this. Now, into the Elven. This ends now.
Consider yourself finished! More Sukos?
Keep calm and take them down. One more.
Not today!
Here.
The earth throbs in pain. Can't get out of this!
One more. Go for it.
Prepare to crumble!
Lightning condemn. Glacial.
Far enough!
Thunderblade.
Sonic Thrust!
Freeze Lancer.
Lunarongo!
Lightning condemn.
This one's all mine!
I hope this medicine works as promised.
Burn in hell!
More for the stockpile. Excited.
Take this!
Help this! Annihilation! Mega Ray! By the power of water!
Finish
Submit
it!
to the fray! Alphen! This ends now!
Consider yourself finished!
There you go, Alphen!
It's time to end this battle!
Unlike the cycle! One at a time! Steering out! Arts require complete focus! You don't have firearms here on Gamma. I can show you mine if you like. Am I on a roll or what?
Well, look who's in a bright and shiny mood.
The Zeugles here are putting up a real fight.
So here's a question. We came all this way to Rena on the assumption the Renis Alma's here, right?
Just don't say it, Law.
Yeah, but I'm just saying...
I said don't.
I can understand why you might be concerned, Law. But you need to remember that there are people it affects more directly than you.
Oh, sorry.
We've managed to make it this far believing. Losing faith now won't do us any good. We're better off focusing our anxiety elsewhere.
Such as?
The Great Spirit. If Hevrecht 35's to be believed, our enemy won't just be handing over the Renis Alma to us. At least, not without a fight.
Not only that, but that same enemy just gulped down more than an entire world's worth of astral energy.
Point taken. It may be strange to say, but when I'm fighting, or at least know what needs to be done, it helps me a lot. I don't doubt myself as much. So thanks, both of you.
So, looks like the Helganquil have been engineering Zeugles too. Why doesn't that surprise me at this point?
The creatures we've been encountering here have been a little different to what we're used to fighting, but I'm pretty sure they're Zeugles too.
Do you think they were engineered using creatures native to the area?
Indeed. However, based on the current circumstances, I would guess these Zeugles are all that's left of the planet's fauna now.
You mean, there might have been native owl species here once upon a time too? The astral energy here is so dense. It's like trying to walk through water.
I know the Great Spirit's will is in the center of Rena, but with the world in this state, the entire planet has become its body, right? So doesn't that mean we're already inside it?
I would say that is horrifyingly correct. After all, the further we climb, the denser the astral energy becomes.
What's the matter, Rinwell? Are you not feeling all right?
No, it's nothing like that. It just feels like the energy here is a little more intense than it was before.
You mean Rena's energy?
Yeah, it's like when I made contact with Dana's will in the wedge. It's almost as though I can understand what Rena's will is thinking.
But Rena's will is supposed to be a lot stronger. Aren't we risking the Great Spirit controlling us if we interact with it directly?
I don't think we have to worry about that. Rena's will is only supposed to control true Renans, like the Helganquil. If we can discern what the Great Spirit is thinking too, we might learn something, a weakness. but just to be safe, let me contact it alone.
Are you insane? Rinwell, you're gonna...
Rinwell!
There was only meant to be one world. And your goal is to make them one. Is this fear? What just happened?
Are you all right? Rinwell? Rinwell, are you okay?
No, I'm fine. I think.
What were you thinking? You could have gotten yourself killed!
He's right. You had us all terrified, Rinwell.
I'm sorry. I really am. But I know now. I know how the Great Spirit thinks. I know what it wants. How it feels. Rena's Great Spirit wants to complete the world.
What's that supposed to mean? Are you saying it's trying to make something?
Yes, exactly. Originally, Dana and Rena were meant to be one world. But that never happened. They've stayed separated, and the Great Spirit wants to finish the process.
What do you mean, one world? How is that even possible?
I don't know, but its will is clear. That's what the Great Spirit is trying to accomplish. The only problem is that since Rena's energy isn't evenly spread like Dana's, it seems like it'll vanish before that happens naturally.
So it's trying to absorb Dana while it still can, so that it can force the two planets to unite. Is that what you're saying?
The Great Spirit is scared. But it's not scared the way a rational person would be. It's more raw and undiluted, like just pure fear.
Like an animal, acting out of instinct. Although admittedly, an animal would be easier to communicate with. At the very least, I have my doubts that it recognizes us as sentient beings with a reason for coming here. Earth, water, fire, and wind energy exist in both worlds, but only darkness and light can be found within Rena and Dana, respectively. The Renis Alma, as far as we know, the only host capable of harvesting the astral energy, is composed of all six. Knowing all that, Rinwell's findings do sound plausible.
That sounds a lot like Shion's thorns, doesn't it? The whole reason the Great Spirit is trying to unite Dana and Rena into one world is in order to save itself. And if her thorns are part of the Great Spirit, then they must also be trying to save themselves?
Alphen, what is it?
We thought the only way to free your thorns was for you to die. Yet despite that, they seem to be doing everything in their power to stop that from happening to you. Something wasn't adding up. But then I just realized something. If the Great Spirit doesn't want to die, then neither would your thorns. Those same emotions, that fear, that determination, and its energy must have been the same thing that was keeping you alive. You were its vessel.
In that case, is that why her thorns caused so much pain to anyone who touched her? Because they were trying to protect themselves?
If that's all true, then... well, it's more than a little ironic.
The Great Spirit merely expresses its desires. I imagine it was the Helganquil who were likely tasked with putting together and implementing an actual plan.
Shion.
I'm okay. We need to hurry and clean this mess up before it gets out of hand.
Still, even if the current state of the world is wrong like you said, does that really make everything okay?
If the world had been whole from the start, as it should have been, there'd be no Dana and no Rena, no masters or slaves, No lords, no crown contest. Maybe just peace.
To think, all this started because of the Great Spirit's desire to keep living. The only reason it craves energy is because it's dying from starvation. When you think about it like that, maybe the things it's done aren't so strange after all.
If Rena had been more like Dana, things would have worked out a whole lot better.
It's like Hevrecht 35 told us. The Danon and Renan spirits are meant to be completely different beings.
Rena's energy amassing in one place led to its developing a powerful will. But that also made it crave energy, sapping Rena dry until it perished.
Whereas Dana's energy is dispersed, meaning its will never developed to the same extent. And without that hunger, Dana the planet was spared.
As for which is correct, well, I'm not sure it's our place to even say. Still, I can't help but think it reminds me a lot of the dichotomy of the human condition.
Dichotomy? What do you mean?
Those who know not satisfaction are driven to keep devouring without limit. But those who are content with their lot in life rarely fulfill their potential. I imagine it's likely that the larger Rena's great spirit grew, the more and more powerful its hunger also became.
Everything in moderation. When all's said and done, maybe that's the hardest thing for people to learn. if you need healing.
I expect you'll be in high demand if that's the case.
Wherever we go on this planet, there are machines littered everywhere.
It's impressive to look at as a bystander, but I sure wouldn't want to live here with all of this around.
I know what you mean. There are no fish here. I couldn't cook any of my delicious dinners for you all if we lived here.
Clearly the worst point against it.
Defeat. A freezing storm! Searing flame!
Well, that was humbling.
See what I
I thinking?